I went to me. Let's go to Garrett. Let's bring Garrett in here. Key cut background. There it is. You know what they say about this time of the year, Garrett? Do you know what they say? Can Garrett hear me? Oh. They say these are the November doldrums, the calm before the December storm. And you wonder, what storm is that in December? That's why you're tuned in to Flashcast Live with Dave and Garrett on a Wednesday morning. It's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. It is 18 degrees in Green Bay, Wisconsin this morning. Garrett, you want to go to Green Bay? It says it's 73. Look at this. 73 in your neck of the woods? Is that right? Showery? Is that what you said? Showery. Okay.
So we did have my dad texted me at 3 a.m. Last night. They started as rain in State College and then went over to heavy snow, and they got 2 to 3 inches. So
they got 2 to 3 in State College.
Yeah, little sneaky I-80 corridor event.
Looks like it's just plain old rain in Manhattan right now. It's 43 in Central Park.
Yeah, out west, Morris County, towards Parsippany and Rockaway, through that area. It was all snow back there. So at least in the higher elevations. Out west of the city in northwestern New Jersey, it actually gets pretty mountainy out there. So not surprising that they had some snow accumulation.
There's no such thing as Central Jersey. Is that correct? It's either North or South Jersey.
Yeah, North or South Jersey. I'm not sure I've ever referred to Central Jersey either. So yeah, North Jersey and South Jersey.
Gotcha.
My dad is from South Jersey. Grew up his teenage years in South Jersey, and my mom is from North Jersey. So yeah, I don't know if I know anybody from Central Jersey.
Learned that lesson in college. This is a pretty November look, I would say, to the national radar this morning. You get some light rain, maybe some snow mixing in here in northern Minnesota. Some showery activity, your words, not mine, and the Phoenix, Flagstaff areas this morning.
Is that not a common term on television, showery?
I've not. We could make it one, but I have not heard of it before this morning.
Wow, okay. All right. I didn't know I was inventing terms. I thought that was a pretty common one.
Well, you are the director of innovation, so I'm not surprised you're inventing terms.
Yeah.
So we've got some fun stuff to talk about. Not really this week. We'll show you this week. Let's pull up the Euro model here actually, let's keep it on the Flash 10-day future radar, because I think our 10-day plus the Euro are pretty much in harmony, if you will, for this week into the weekend. There'll be some heavy rain threats. I might make a video about this later today in Texas. Got a cutoff low. You can see it if I back it up. There's your cutoff low off LA, off San Diego, that's going to move east and could spawn some showers and storms repeatedly, Garrett, across central Texas later today and especially tomorrow. The Storm Prediction Center does not have a severe weather outlook for tomorrow, just today. Just general thunderstorm outlook for tomorrow, and then today a marginal risk. DFW, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, down to the Del Rio area. Mm-hmm. But flooding could be a threat. I haven't even looked at the flooding outlook from WPC. Okay, so they're slight. I was wondering if they would go moderate here across DFW, because this time of the year we can get the rain to fall, but in most areas the growing season's over, so we're not going to get the absorption of all of that water. Right.
Yeah, and it's been very dry generally through all the state of Texas. So there'll be some stretches of heavy rainfall, I-35 corridor, especially like the the metro areas, Austin to Round Rock. You could see some flash flooding and some urban flooding, but it's been very dry. So I think it's going to take a couple of these events to resaturate things. You will get some training of thunderstorms, some slow moving storms right through that, like I said, that 35 corridor, San Antonio to Austin to Dallas. But that's mostly why they have a slight risk. It just hasn't rained very much overall. And, from a severe weather perspective, there was, last week it was looking like there was, a little bit better of a look aloft for, some veering winds above the surface, potentially a second season sort of severe weather outbreak, but things kind of downtrended at 500 millibars for the most part. And so pretty straight line flow, surface to above the surface. So, marginal risk for maybe a severe wind gust or two, but the main threat will be just kind of training heavy rain where storms kind of persist in that central Texas corridor.
And the system washes out amongst the zonal flow. This is rain on I-70, I-80 from central Pennsylvania all the way to Nebraska. Friday afternoon and evening, a soggy end to the work week. And then Saturday, the system moves across the Carolinas. I've been thinking about going up to Blacksburg for the Miami Virginia Tech game on Saturday. Could be showery, again, to use your terminology.
Say hi to Coach Franklin for me.
Yeah, will do. Will do. So this is kind of a weak cold front this weekend for the East Coast. And then we're going to do it all over again. Sunday and a Monday, Texas, and more heavy rain off the Gulf flow, another cold front. And then things get a little questionable. Let's go to the Euro AI, and I'm going to show you surface temperature anomalies next week. So it's Thanksgiving week, Turkey week. Can we call it Turkey week, not just Turkey Day? Turkey week?
I subscribe to the idea of Turkey week, especially now that we're working human beings. Maybe 10 years ago it was Turkey Day, but I subscribe to Turkey week. So
sure. So Turkey week starts off warm. This is Tuesday. It's going to be warm. If you're traveling Wednesday, hopefully, this is the busiest travel day of the year, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Oh, great. And, this is Tuesday. Here's Wednesday. Hopefully this system clears the East Coast by the day before Thanksgiving so we can avoid any travel difficulties. And then the cold air moves in. There's my telestrator. See all these kind of, blue lines sinking on down here? This is Canadian air moving across the Midwest, even into the Southeast by Black Friday. Here is Black Friday. There's your streak, your conveyor belt of cold air moving in from Alberta, the Dakotas, the Midwest, even down to the Tennessee Valley for Black Friday into the weekend. And then there could be a little bit of an extra push of cold air. The Euro AI has a big dichotomy of warm versus cold air here by the following week. This is the first week of December. You've got temperatures 25 degrees above average in West Virginia, Ohio, and 25 below average in the Oklahoma Panhandle.
Yeah, that is typically a setup that you would expect there to be some sort of wild weather event. Whether that is severe weather, whether it's on the back end, snow, anytime you're getting collision of air masses like that, I expect something to happen. So that's my official forecast. If that shows up correctly, expect something to happen.
Yeah, November has been, as it is most years, incredibly quiet. December 2022, we had the Iowa derecho, we had the Mayfield tornado. Decembers in the past few years have gone ballistic. And the question is, which way is this December going to go? This is the Canadian ensemble, not as bullish with the East Coast heat. East Coast, above average anomalies. Like, this is a crazy number from the Euro AI.
That's what 70s up in Cleveland and Pittsburgh for December 2nd, December 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how
Pretty
about,
warm.
should we look at the weeklies? Do
Yeah,
we
let's
dare give
dive
the
into it a little
weeklies a
bit.
look?
Yeah, let's do
So,
it.
so we're looking in the future, like a long time in the future. I don't know if, before we look at this, I want to see if the Climate Prediction Center has put out anything new. Yeah, not since late last week. So this is their thinking. I talked about this in the video on Monday. It's pretty typical of La Nina. I mean, if you type La Nina December into Google, you'll probably get something pretty similar to this. I'm not exactly sure if we're going to have above average temperatures in the Carolinas, in Georgia, though. That's how cold this air mass could be to start December. And it looks like it's going to be even colder later in the month. So this is the second week of December. Honestly, not too far different from this.
Right.
Then we move it forward. And this is an interesting look. It kind of moderates. This is like the model saying we have no idea what's going to happen. And then we get to the week of Christmas. This is literally the week of Christmas. And you've got cold anomalies everywhere. This is the ensemble mean.
Yeah. And this is, can you go real quick to what the precipitation anomaly would be for that week?
Yeah.
I have a hunch as to what it'll be. Yeah. So it's not like you're seeing just brown, which is below normal, draped across the country. You are seeing some greens pop up, tapping the Gulf. What is interesting to me is it's not just a straight cold in the east west look, which typically gets you a northwesterly flow into the central and eastern portions of the U.S., which can promote a dry cold pattern. A lot of times when you're getting cold out west, cold in the east, you're getting upper level troughing, really locked in underneath the entire kind of buckling of the jet. So what I mean by that is you get the jet stream just kind of cutting into the lower 48 with blocking, higher than normal pressures, higher than normal heights at 500 millibars in Canada. That to me is a more favorable pattern if you want. I mean, let's be honest, people generally just don't want it to be cold around Christmas. Yeah. They want it to snow.
Correct.
And seeing kind of the wall to wall, coast to coast cold makes me feel like there's going to be more energy out west, more just like we're seeing here, more troughing in the west to kind of tap the subtropical jet, get some phasing of both jets. Yep, exactly. And then draw a second jet that kind of cuts through Montana, the Dakotas into the lakes. Okay. And this is, yeah, exactly. And this is how you get big snowstorms. You have a big high, draw an H over, Lake or Hudson Bay. Okay. You have upper level ridging up there. You get the jet undercutting underneath. That to me is a very favorable temperature pattern, if you will, forecasted. Yep. For there to be active weather in the Tennessee, Ohio valleys into the mid-Atlantic and Northeast for around Christmas. So, yeah, I mean, that is so, yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. That is just, you're getting active weather out west. So the ski areas will be happy. You get energy from those storms coming, through the plains. And then, I mean, that is a pretty favorable look in the Northeast for snowfall. So, and yeah, right in your neck of the woods. Look at you. You circle down in the Carolinas first. I know
you get a lot of notifications over there, Garrett. Is your phone vibrating right next to the mic?
No, it is on the. You could hear that. I can't even hear it.
I think the viewers could hear. If I could, I think the viewers could.
All right. Well, we'll put this on. My Dynasty group chat is going off. There's some big moves. We're in the playoffs right now, so.
Yeah, this is.
But my Shure microphone that you guys got me, I guess, just picks up everything. So.
Madison says she's been looking all around for my phone, listening to your notifications.
Yeah. Well. Did you hear a buzz again?
We did. Affirmative.
I have it on Do Not Disturb. I don't really know, and I'm not a tech moron. I don't really know what's going on here. So.
How about this blockbuster Iowa snow event on the Control on Christmas? How about a 30-incher in Des Moines on Christmas Day? How about that?
There you go. That would certainly that'd be quite the story out there.
Indeed. Look at that snow hole in North Platte, Nebraska. It's no fun. How about upstate New
Yeah,
York? 4 feet of snow. We should go back to
yeah,
the run. Was it yesterday? Or I think it was
yeah.
yesterday. Yeah.
Oh,
I
there it
mean,
was. You just had it.
how
There you
about
go.
this? How about a how about 10 inches in Birmingham?
Eye candy.
You think
Eye
James
candy.
Spann's going to post this map?
No,
I
no,
don't think
definitely
so
not.
either.
And so, can you go to 500 millibars and then go to North America? Really talk a little bit about.
Let me go back to the mean.
Yeah, go to the
That's
mean. So
certainly a look.
Yeah, that is a look.
That's a bowling.
Yeah.
That's a 16-pound bowling ball.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, the week
Oh, yeah.
it still got it here. You
Yeah,
went
for
7-day
sure.
or instantaneous?
Yeah, go 7-day. Perfect. So start out with where we're at right now, and we
Yeah.
can just kind of dive in a little bit to just kind of like why we think this is going to occur. So,
Mm-hmm.
right off the bat, there's a pretty big. You see all the that red blob, northern Canada, Greenland. This is kind of displacing a lot of the cold air. We're not feeling it directly right now, but it's just kind of throwing a wrench into the general pattern. What is also happening is there's going to be a sudden stratospheric warming event. Not to get too into the weeds here, but way above the surface. We're gonna get a reversal of winds at 10 millibars. This disrupts what goes on, in the Arctic Circle around the polar regions, and this can displace cold air out down in latitude. And so, while it's warm now, we are seeing the stage sort of set. Yep, here you go, perfect. You're seeing the stage sort of set for there to be cold air in about 20 to 30 days. So sudden stratospheric warming event. We're already seeing some high latitude ridging, high latitude blocking. This will transfer. This will try to force kind of unchain the cold air to the polar regions and bring it down into southern Canada and the lower 48. And so if you go back to 500 millibars, perfect. If we go to Thanksgiving week, the 7-day portion of Thanksgiving week, so you get our first kind of, we talked about, what the Euro AI is showing, which is really warm in the east, cold in the west. You have ridging out east, but you're starting to get actual cold Canadian air deposited into the U.S. So it needs to start somewhere. So this kind of comes through. You loop this through a little bit more. Yeah, below. Yeah. There we go. Loop this through a little bit more. We see how this spreads, but then it kind of cuts underneath in the southeast Canada, and then that just kind of gets locked in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It just kind of stays. That blue stays. And then we get to Christmas week. We have that cutting underneath. And then if you look at the bars in the desert Southwest, you see some arcing, toward, if you draw it kind of south, from San Francisco to Phoenix to Denver, there is some arcing in the jet down there. You get the subtropical jet, kind of phasing into what is a clearly apparent and staunch, if you will, polar jet that is in the Great Lakes and Northeast. That to me looks like a 50-50 low. So last thing is you have a kind of a large area, probably an upper level low featured southeast of Greenland. That tends to be very favorable for a blocking setup and storms to trek from the South Central Plains into the Mid Atlantic and not cut up into the Great Lakes. So all that to say that this is kind of the evolution that we are expecting, where it'll be warm. Part of the country will get cold. That cold will shift east. That cold will probably lock into the east, and then we'll start getting the systems that will be able to tap the cold mid-December on into the late portions of the month. So that's kind of the transition of things here for the next 30, 40 days or so.
It's going to be fun.
At least how I see it, Dave. How do you see it?
I mean, I agree. I mean, anytime, if you told me we get this look in, this is the week of Christmas, Sunday to Sunday. Christmas is on a Thursday, I think, this year. If you told me we had this look across lower 48, east of the Rockies, I'd say there could be a nor'easter this week. I mean, honestly. Lock it in. No, not quite. I will clip that. And we can revisit it on the 28th.
A month from now, we'll have to revisit this. This live and see how we do. But it would be,
It's a great
you know,
look.
and there's been a lot of Lucy in the football for the East the last couple winters, but
You
this would
said
be a pretty.
Lucy in the football?
How old are you, Dave?
26.
Do you have no idea what I'm referencing here? Lucy pulling the ball out from Charlie Brown
Oh!
as he goes to kick it.
Tell you to
It's
sleep well last
yeah,
night.
yeah. It's time to grow up a little bit, man. No, just kidding.
What do you think
No,
this
I mean,
December temp outlook from CPC
wow,
is going to say?
we're moving on quick.
No,
All
we can
right,
go back.
yeah.
We can go back to Charlie Brown.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
we can go
kidding.
back to Charlie
I'm kidding.
Brown.
Dude, it's Thanksgiving. It's fall. I thought we were getting into that. We're getting into the mood here, but that's fine. Let's move on.
No Christmas decorations till Black Friday, by the way. That's the rule.
Yeah, my wife and I were just having that conversation this morning.
What was the verdict?
I mean, at this point, like I'm all in. I'm not gonna get my tree until after Christmas, but like I'm for things getting set up and going. And like I mentioned, down here in Texas, like they're on to the next season as soon as the last season ends. So Christmas decorations were up the night after Halloween for a lot of people. Not for me, but
For some.
I'm gonna the next 10 days. I think if you want to go and do that, you can do it. So. Now, if it was cold here, the issue has been 80 every day. So I don't think there's been a field to do it. If it's cold and it's snowing, I'd have a hard time resisting at this point. So
We haven't had 2 inches of snow by New Year's in Raleigh in about 7 years. I can't speak for anywhere else. How about a dusting in the Woodlands? Would you take a dusting?
yeah, I would take a dusting for sure. It's yeah. I mean, it was Armageddon here last year when it snowed 3 to 4 inches. I mean, people were just, you thought the world was ending. And so they handle it a little different.
You
down
got
here.
3 inches from that January storm?
3.5.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I kind of got screwed too because they got 6 just southeast of me, and then they got a foot in New Orleans. So, but yeah, it snowed for. I mean, it was a nice event because it snowed for like 12 hours. It never really came in super heavy. It just it started at 7 and it ended at 7 or 8 in the morning. So it was a nice little event.
Interesting.
Which capped off a very, very cold January overall. That was our second serious cold shot in about 3 weeks. And it was an impressive month for cold across the southeast tier of the U.S.
Speaking of
Yeah,
cold, this is 850, but Christmas, this is going to be cold the week of Christmas.
Yeah.
It's got all the signs. It's got all the signs. I mean.
Yeah. And I like how it's not.
How about the 30-day look? I mean.
Right. And
this
it
is the
doesn't
December look right here.
Yeah.
That's your December.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Cold,
it doesn't look cold
snowy.
perpetrated by a cold front, right? It doesn't look like it's it looks like it's kind of ushered in and kind of gets held in, which is important.
Mm-hmm. People are probably
favorable for storminess.
Let's talk about today. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we can. There's just not a whole lot going on. I think Texas is kind of the center of the weather world the next couple days. I wonder what the HR's got for rain totals. Yeah, so you've got
And then
swaths
maybe
of 2 to 4.
Maybe we close out with what's the week? I don't even know. What does the weekend look like? Who's getting impacted? Whose football games are going to be slowed down because it's going to rain? Is it going to rain anywhere? I mean, the weather can't be bad and too bad in Blacksburg if you're going to potentially go up there and watch Miami play.
I thought you were going to say watch Miami lose. This is Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. The southeast with some scattered showers.
Good thing Carson Beck throws the ball with gloves. So
yeah, little MCS in North Carolina Saturday afternoon.
Interesting.
Is that Reuben Hurricane Bane charging through North Carolina on Saturday?
Oh wow!
I don't know.
There you go. Had to drop it.
Got a little bit of cape. A pretty
out ahead of the
tranquil
frontal
weekend,
boundary. Yeah.
all in all.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like now I am interested to see if this Tuesday, Wednesday event next week does does become a severe weather producer. There has been a lot. Obviously, we've talked about there's a lot of warm air available. Um, Potentially a low cape, high shear environment. I guess I'd want to see what it looks like at 500 millibars. The 500 millibar winds, but yeah, I don't know. That doesn't look too favorable.
This time last week, tomorrow looked really juicy for severe weather.
Right. Yeah, these things have kind of downtrended a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too much blot. There's too much. Like you're seeing it now. There's too much ridging, in the higher latitudes of Canada, northern Canada, where these kind of polar lows, I guess if you want to call it that, along the polar jet, the Arctic, the northern jet, it's kind of it continues to trend suppress. So instead of you seeing that farther northern low tracking up towards Hudson Bay, it's like right along, the Canadian border, which is kind of flattening out, these southern jet systems. So you're not really getting as much of a classic bowling ball look that rounds up on itself, and then you get, favorable winds aloft for, supercell and thunderstorm maintenance. So these look the trend is that these trend down. So I wouldn't expect too much in the way of severe weather next week. Heavy rain, thunderstorms, but no November, F4s or F5s next week, right, Dave?
Yeah. November, it's the quietest and tamest, most tranquil month of the year for weather, which is good, considering it is about the busiest travel time of the year for Thanksgiving. You traveling next week, Garrett?
I am not. Nope. I'm gonna stay down here in Texas for the holidays this year. I'll be back in PA for both of them next year.
Enjoy the warmth. There you go.
Yeah.
Probably a good move, considering this will be the look for the week of November, or the week of Christmas.
Yeah.
It's just seeing the Gulf Stream here, isn't it? Like, I'm not sure what we're doing here, but that's the Gulf Stream.
Go to the precip. You'll see the anomaly. It's going to be probably light green, or if
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. So it's interesting how the model picks that up. But that's a great look precipitation wise. Like, again, usually with the cold, you just see a lot of brown. Like that is just like, man, let's just, if you're in the East, hope this signal continues to hold on, because that is very favorable for the last couple of weeks of the month, being able to see some snow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Canadian, it's operational, it's ensembles. I mean, you go to the operational now or the ensembles now.
Oh, this is juicy.
Yeah. It's juicy. It's juicy. What does Madison have to say about that terminology for weather? She probably doesn't even know how that could tie in. I don't know.
How does this affect Maryland snow? Is what Madison probably wants to know.
Right.
I mean, this is.
But yeah, even the Canadian, you got the Canadian ensembles right now. The end of the run has been very cold. I haven't looked. Yeah, it is just bringing in the heat from a cold perspective, Dave. Early. So.
I like Canada this time of the year. They tell it, they give us.
They should know cold.
Yeah.
They should know cold.
Madison says just keep it away from me. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. What's our 500? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not staying away from you, Madison. Dave referring to it as juicy and buttery is scaring me. Maybe okay. I mean, if the GEFS extended's right, maybe it won't be so juicy and buttery.
No, that would be.
I don't trust this model though.
No, it's hard to trust it at this point, Dave.
Like, what are we doing at this point? How about the CMC control? Oh, we don't have a CMC control?
Doesn't exist, unfortunately.
How about the stupid CFS? Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
Sure. Um, what time? So you guys, what time do you guys play on Saturday?
High noon.
You're a noon game. You're
High
at
noon.
high noon. Can we see what it looks like on the West Coast for noon on Saturday?
Who play? Wait,
Specifically Eugene, Oregon.
is that game at noon Eastern time?
Well, no, it's noon. It's noon West Coast time. So
It's 3:30.
12:30.
Eastern?
Yeah, 3:30
Yeah.
Eastern. It's the CBS 3:30 game.
Sure. 60 euro.
Yeah,
Looks good.
things are pretty quiet there. It's been active out west, but
Need an
it's gonna
overview.
be pretty quiet for him. So
Garrett is now encompassing America. Who needs America
taken
when you
over.
have Garrett?
I have taken over. Yeah, Atlanta Saturday night will be interesting for Georgia Tech Pitt.
Is that a night game?
Could be a little rainy. Yeah, 7 o'clock. Potentially raining in Gainesville as well for the Tennessee game. So
Pitt is going to win the football game.
you think so?
Well, I
I mean,
hope so.
Tech can't play any defense.
Yeah, and if Haynes King's going to get hurt at some point. It's just a matter of when.
We've been
he
saying it
plays.
for 4 years. He's just like
He's a warrior.
he's the Walking Dead, man. But
Yeah.
no,
In a
maybe
lot of ways.
as we jump around from town to town looking at the weather for some of these games, maybe a little preview into a future segment.
It'd be good.
Maybe.
Good if we can get that. Yeah. Well, game day index action.
Maybe.
We had a lot of delays in the first month of the season. A lot of
Yeah,
delays.
it has since calmed down. You know,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. Can you go to next weekend again one more time? See
Yeah.
how quick this cold air gets in. That's just so.
You know where
key.
Miami plays next
mean,
Saturday?
Oh gosh,
Pitt.
Pitt. Oh,
What's
we
the
remember the last
temperature?
time Miami
good.
was in. The last time Miami was in playoff contention late in the season, going to Pittsburgh, things did not work out very well.
Yeah, that was my freshman year. We don't need to talk
Yeah.
about that. How about 22 next Saturday morning?
Yeah, Columbus will be cold there for the game.
That game's in Michigan. That game's in Ann Arbor.
Is it in Ann Arbor? Did they lose it? Did they really lose at home
That's
last year?
correct.
Oh my gosh,
To a team that couldn't complete a forward pass.
just ridiculous.
But they won the Natty.
All right,
so
they did. It woke them up, I guess. But no, then great. Even colder in Ann Arbor, and it would likely be snowing then. We're still in a staunch northwesterly flow. They're going to have some
Yeah.
snow showers during that game.
100%.
All right, so it should be a good, interesting weather week for games next weekend, which will be interesting. Goodness, Texas Tech is in Morgantown next
Oof.
Saturday as well.
Oof.
Big time.
Oof.
Big time. Yeah, that's something to consider for those teams as they make their trek. It is funny the dialogue you've we're totally digressing here, but
Very clearly.
you got Alabama, who needs to beat a 4-6 Auburn to get into the playoff at Auburn. Who knows what weird things will happen in that game. I saw a funny tweet. I'll share it with you. He's like, there's an Alabama fan like, nothing short of Ty Simpson getting like abducted by aliens on the sideline during the game would surprise me.
What if they
Just-
lose the Iron Ball?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
if they lose, they're at like an Alabama team needing to get into the playoff by beating a 4-6 Auburn team at Auburn at night. Dave,
Is that a night
at
game? Is that
night?
confirmed? Is that
Yeah, first one since 07. Yeah, it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird.
Does Notre
You just
Dame and
know it.
Miami both get in?
If chalk holds, I would think so.
Yeah.
What you guys are 13. You're going to need Tech to beat BYU in the Big 12 title game. You don't want BYU stealing a bid. But as long as that doesn't happen, there's still so much time left here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the tiebreakers look like for you guys to get into here. I don't know how much needs to shake out to get into your conference title game that would help.
I'd rather not go to Charlotte.
Yeah.
But maybe.
You just win it out and just stay home.
If we get to play Virginia, sure. But I don't want to play Georgia Tech.
No, you don't want to play Georgia Tech.
I'd play A&M.
I mean, if it works out, how good do I think that? I mean, I think their top level can win it. I think they're similar in ways to how Ohio State started playing in the playoffs last year. I'm not saying they're Ohio State. I'm saying they have the capability to avalanche teams. They can just go on heaters. But they're very streaky. I mean, you don't just go down 30-3 to South Carolina accidentally. So that is something. Their good is very good, but that type of stuff will lose you in big moments. So it would be look, Dave, if we have a 5 versus 12 A&M Miami matchup, you might have to make your way to Aggie Land. So
12th,
something to consider.
Do you know if Shane Beamer was left on the tarmac in College Station?
Well,
he probably should have been.
He's still sitting here piping off about how they're going to be sitting there next year, this time watching the playoff rankings. So he can't help himself. I like the confidence, but good Lord, man, read the room.
Where does Lenora Sellers play college football next year?
I don't know. Is he hopping out of Carolina? I did see that report.
Some are saying Miami. I don't know if I...
How do you feel about that?
I'm good on that.
I mean, it's got to be better than Carson Beck.
Well, he's a statue. He's literally the statue.
Do you want off the ride, Dave? Do you want off the Beck wagon?
I never wanted to be on the ride. I was forced into the amusement park. I didn't have a choice. She wanted to go to the amusement park, and I couldn't tell her no. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I got what I wanted last year with Cam Ward, and I couldn't get what I wanted this year. So.
Right. Yeah. It.
We are
the first 4 weeks, everybody
here.
was going. Yeah. This is what happens.
This is what happens.
We need the weather to wake up a little bit.
Yeah.
Weather-based college football live stream. No one else does it, Dave.
I love it. No
one else does it.
Maybe a partner here or there. We'll see what happens.
Maybe.
All right, it's 10:12 on the East Coast. It's 9:13. Time just changed in Houston, Texas. We had about 50 of us join the live stream today. I know we didn't have a whole lot to talk about, but we are setting up for a fun, I would call a fun December.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. That's all you're going to get out of me until it happens. Then I'll sing the whole song.
You're truly a showman. You're a showman. I would never sing live on air. Like you just, when that red dot goes on, Dave, I mean, you light up. So, I mean, you start singing. That wasn't on my bingo card for the rest of the day. But I will suggest, go to YouTube, check out Lucy and Charlie Brown the football. Educate yourself a little bit.
Madison, I guess, needs to be educated too. She said it went right over her head. But, yeah.
All right, well, I'm only 29, guys. I'm not like I'm 40.
I believe it. Okay, we got some fun stuff coming.
Yeah, we do. Hopefully
Development-wise, model, in-house blend, new app upgrades. Madison wants a Charlie Brown watch party. We will have Nor'easter live coverage. I'm about ready to go out on a limb and say we're going to have a big snowstorm the week of Christmas. About there. I'm not there yet, but I'm close.
Clip it. Post it on the social. Post it on the socials. Let's start hyping it up.
I might.
Where's our endpoint? We forgot to say here's your endpoint for the producer.
Oh yeah. 3, 2. No.
But,
no. All right.
But no,
We'll do this. We
lot
will
of,
not
lot
do
of good
this next
stuff coming.
week. I will be out of town, but we'll do it the first week
Yeah.
of December. So happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And we'll
Yep.
see you for a very active, let's put it that way for now,